Hello, this is Michaela, or Studious Octopus, and I'm here today doing the GlossyBox catch-up for this was the August 2017 box. This was our last box of summer. It was the Girls Just Wanna Have Some Sun limited edition box. So I've had a chance now to have a good go of all of these items over the last couple of weeks, and I've just got the payment details for the September box, so I know that's coming soon, so it's time to do this. In the end, I have kind of mixed feelings about the box. There are two items that just didn't work, two items that I liked, and one that I'm sort of a bit on the fence on, or it's not ideal, but I'll go through each box item one at a time and talk about it. So first up is the Sport FX Timeout Face Mist and Fix, and this was full size, which was a nice handy travel size of 30 millilitres, which I have been using. You can see there's a dint made in the top there, and this was RRP of $5.99, and I quite like this. The spray is quite fine and quite nice. It actually feels like it's for your face, because some of the spray bottles, I do feel like the spray that comes out of them is actually a bit strong and a bit much and a bit wet, but this is quite nice. It's quite light. The only other thing actually that I was a little wary of is because it said it's menthol flavoured, I think. I was worried it would actually feel quite dry, but it doesn't. It is actually quite refreshing. So yeah, I actually quite like that. That was a really nice little item. Next up is the Model Launcher Safari Sun Bronzer, which, as someone in the comments pointed out to me in the video where I unboxed the box, that it has talc as the second ingredient, and it says on here it's talc free, which is admittedly quite confusing. Yeah, I literally didn't figure that, didn't register in my mind. It just went right past me. But I've given this a go. I thought when I got it, it's too dark. Even using a fairly light hand, my face just looks muddy rather than bronzed, which is kind of the problem, I suppose, with that I'm fairly fair-skinned, but it's GlossyBox's problem as well, and that this is the second time, I think this is maybe even the second box in a row where they've gone, we're going to give everyone this single face product and it'll be the same colour and it'll be fine, it'll work for everyone. It doesn't work. You can't give a bronzer to everyone and say it's fine for everyone. It just doesn't work. It's too dark, which is a real shame, because it's a bit off-putting. Because like I said, when we had the banana powder, I can see why they're doing it from a everyone wants the same experience point of view, but all that means then is that instead of people being disappointed that they didn't get a high-end item, people are going to be disappointed because they've gotten an item that's really of no use to you. One of the other ways I did try and use this was as an eyeshadow, which does work. The shimmery section is quite nice on its own, and you can also use the two different dark tones as well, and you can actually do sort of a little golden shimmery darkened outer edged eye with this, which is nice, but it's still sort of finding a use for something that isn't really working out. It's like, yes, I could use it like that, but I have loads of eyeshadows I can use to do that with. It's still not really great. I was still quite disappointed in this. So it is, if I'm honest, it's going to be an item that's just not going to be used, and obviously I've used it 2 or 3 times now, so it's not really something I should pass on to anyone else. So yeah, we can't all have the same product. It's just not working. And this was full size $16.50, and I think one of the more expensive items in the box. It's one of those, the value of the box doesn't matter if I can't use the item anyway. And next up was the Valkyr Ice Care Mask Total Repair, which is the second item that I am completely I didn't like this at all. It says it has a cooling sensation, and while I appreciate that I have sensitive skin, this didn't feel cooling when I put it on my scalp, because I've only used it the once. When I put it on my scalp, it felt like it was burning. It wasn't very comfortable, and I just didn't enjoy it. Not to say that the hair mask portion of it doesn't work, but I just think the cooling sensation was really, really strong. I suppose if you've got sensitive skin or a sensitive scalp, this isn't going to be for you, so it's another item that I'm just not going to use. This one feels more of a it's just not for me thing, whereas this is I think it's just sort of a bad decision on GlossyBox's part. But yeah, it's sad because It sounds quite nice. And I don't even think this is a particularly expensive item. The listed price here is $14.99, but that's for like quite a large bottle. So yeah, I tried it once. It didn't work out for me. It's not suitable for my skin type. I felt like my scalp was burning. Okay, now we can get back around again to another item that I did actually really like. And this is the Batiste 2-in-1 Dry Shampoo and Conditioner, Vanilla and Passion Flower flavour. This has all actually been used up because I really liked it. I haven't actually tried before one of these 2-in-1 style dry shampoos, and I actually really liked it. It has a sort of a softer, lighter feel. It doesn't quite feel as strong in terms of degreasing your hair as some other dry shampoos, but the nice part of that is that my hair and my head doesn't feel quite as dry. So you have a slightly milder dry shampoo effect and your hair doesn't feel dry, which I assume is the conditioning part. The other thing I really liked about this one is I haven't tried this scent before, the Vanilla and Passion Flower one. I don't know if I've just never bothered or it's new, but I actually really like it. It smells lovely. My go-to dry shampoos, I actually usually prefer them to be unfragranced, because what I tend to find is a lot of the fragranced dry shampoos kind of remind me of air freshener. They're all sort of floral or other strange scents, and I don't like that. I don't want my hair to smell like that sort of stuff, but this actually has a really lovely vanilla smell, which I actually really liked. So yeah, I was actually really happy with this. I think I'd buy the full-size one of this when I ran out of... I still have like the Batiste full-size one from last time still. This ran out really quickly though, this little one, and I quite liked it. And this was... They list the price as £4.49, which is for the big 200ml version that they do. These are like £1, I think, 50p a pound. They're just the little travel ones, which are nice. This gave me, I would say, maybe 4 good goes, maybe 3. I think that would be enough to travel with. I think the travel side's quite good. And then finally, it's the item that I am a little bit on the fence about. And the reason for that purely is just the colour. So this is the Rodial Suede Lips. It's a matte lip pencil. I really like the formula in that it's that lovely, it's a lot like, what are they called? The Lord and Berry, what sort of 1 something lip crayons are like this as well, where it is supposed to be worn as a lipstick, but it's not wet or slippy or waxy like a lipstick, because I don't actually particularly like that feeling. It's quite dry and matte, but still fairly comfortable, and I really like that. The problem I have with it is just I don't actually particularly like this colour. It's kind of a greyish, dusky, berry, kind of not there-ish colour. I suspect it's supposed to be like a summer to autumn transitional shade, but it just feels a bit too wishy-washy. I think I'd prefer either just a nice neutral colour or actually a proper either autumn or summer colour. So I loved the formula. Wasn't that particularly impressed by the shade, just as a personal preference, which, you know, everyone is allowed to have. I wish I'd gotten it in another colour, and then I'd probably say I loved it. And this was £22 full size, so a little pricier for what it is. Like the formula is really lovely. I like that they're so comfortable. So that was the August 2017 box, which was nice enough, but a bit disappointing. It felt a bit, I don't know. I don't think I felt as thrilled with this box as I have with previous boxes. There was too many items that I didn't like, and I only really liked the 2 smaller items, which are the cheaper ones anyway, so I could have bought these. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing box, I suppose, now that I've sat and thought about it. Anyway, we've had 2 sneak peeks of the upcoming September box. One is one of these silicone not sponge face blenders. I don't own one, so it'll be interesting to try one, though obviously I was aware of the trend being a trend. And then the other sneak peek we've had since then is of a Pixi clear brow gel, which I have seen. I'm aware of the brand Pixi. It's supposed to be okay, but I'm a little wary about trying a clear brow gel because I think that might look a bit strange. I don't know. I suppose I'll see. I've never tried a clear one before, but that was the GlossyBox catch-up, and I will see you again next time. Hello, this is Michaela of Studios Octopus, and I'm here today doing the August 2017 UK GlossyBox unboxing. This should be the... I quite like the sort of... Ooh, Thomas, there's nothing outside. The body's in the building.
You don't have to say it as well, he says it.
I know, but he was really quiet. For me, at least.